Let's do this. Take your glasses off.
Hello, my name is Jaiye Bynoe. On the Jayman Show. My guest is Brent Harding from being. Hi, Brent. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm enthusiastic. This is
Me, t-
great.
me too. Such on having the show, So, yeah. I just have a couple of questions for you. What made you decide to become an entrepreneur?
You know, part and parcel because I really wanted not to have a boss, somebody telling me what to do. But then, I come from a line of entrepreneurs. My dad was an entrepreneur. My mom uh, worked. However, she had that entrepreneurial spirit, became a real estate investor, my grandmother. So I come from a line, it's like it's in the blood. Yeah. So that's what moved me to become an entrepreneur. I advocated, but I will say this, it's not for the faint of heart. So if you're faint at heart, this is not the place for you to be because sometimes you're living on the edge.
I definitely hear you. Yeah. So what news station have you worked at before? Have you worked besides being in? What news station have you worked at?
I'm sorry, say that. When was that again?
I was asking, what news stations have you worked at before besides being in? What news
Uh,
stations?
no, actually, BNN was really the antithesis for me. I enjoyed it tremendously, and certainly would welcome being back there again. So, but I really did enjoy it.
Oh wow, yeah, because that's where we met. I enjoyed being intern there, working here. It was great. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
So how long have you been in the business of reporting?
In the business of what was that again?
Of being a reporter?
Um, it's my goodness. In some capacity, I'd say for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
So whether it has been with BNN or whether it has been actually Facebook Live, whether it has been on blogs and so on, but probably for about 10 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah.
It
So
has been when you say it like that, I'm like, wow, I didn't think it, I never thought about that. So yeah,
yeah,
it's like, oh shoot, yeah, that has
yeah,
been a few minutes.
absolutely. So what made you want to be a reporter? What drove you to be a reporter?
Um, Wanting to keep people in the know, having the ability to convey a message, to articulate, and just it was somehow it was opportunities that arose, like being here with you today, and so a vehicle for giving people information that really jazzes me. Yeah,
Uh,
so that's it.
Absolutely. Have you met any celebrities? Have you interviewed any stars or celebrities?
My goodness, not that I can think of. No, oh my goodness. I'm stunned. Somebody is going to reach out to me and say, "Oh, Brent, I'm not important. You couldn't remember me." Oh my goodness, you caught me off guard with that one. So I'm going to like,
uh,
everybody, don't shoot me.
uh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So
I'll
yes.
circle back. I'll be thinking
Okay.
about that one.
Okay. Cool. Absolutely. So what services do you provide for the community of Boston? What services?
Um, well, there's a couple of things that I'm doing. As an entrepreneur, one of the things about entrepreneurs is we have our hands in a couple of different things. So my priorities right now are, on one hand, is working with small businesses and salespeople. And I have a company, a CTC company, which is coaching, training, and consulting. And I help people to be accountable to themselves. If you said that you're going to, for example, I will tell you something. For
Mhm.
example, this week I said I wanted to reach a certain level of activity. And not only did I do that, I surpassed it. But the goal was to actually do it, was to hold myself accountable. And so that really is a challenge for a lot of people, especially for salespeople, but also business owners. If you say you're going to do something, then do something. So I will tell you, I left what I was doing because I said I would be here with you, and I meant for that to happen. So on one side, it is coaching, accountability coaching, business coaching to help businesses and salespeople to flourish, to do what they say they're going to do. On the other side, most recently, I'm excited because I'm back doing something that I took a hiatus from, and that is helping families to create wealth for themselves and be able to leave something for the next generation. And you know what I realized was I didn't know what I thought I knew. And I had been preaching this for 3 years. And then I woke up one day and I went, you know what? You're not living the
Yeah.
way that you're telling people. You need to take some time off. And I did. And most recently, I started working with some individuals. So we have a group of us from between Boston and Georgia, the Kentucky area, and then out in the west, out in California. And we have come together and we're working on helping people create wealth. We have folks that start with as little as $100. We can help you to do that. We've got other people that have high end revenue and they're getting better. In fact, we're actually helping people to earn 25% a month, 2% a day. There are a lot of institutions in which you can't get that, but it's real, it's happening. And people are enthusiastic and they're excited. And the beauty is, it's not you selling something or doing something. We're teaching you how to invest in what are called MTPs, and it is rocking. I'm just thrilled, and I'm thrilled because now I really have something that I can help community with. I can help them make the revenue for themselves and then pass it on to their children. So
That's
those are my two. They're two diametrically opposed, but yet they fit together.
that's wonderful. I like that. That's good service. So what makes your business fun for you? What do you get out of it?
I'll tell you, I've been an entrepreneur for more years than I'm willing to share with your audience. So, but the joy, the fun that I get out is when I see people accomplish their goal. So when I'm working and when I have my hat on for coaching, then it is seeing them flourish, reach their goals, surpass their goals, and then come back and say, "See, I told you I could do it," and that jazzes me. On the other side, to see people, women that are single family head of households, to see individual groups of people that are actually creating wealth for themselves, and they're teaching their children. That just rocks when we're educating ourselves and we're seeing it happen. There is nothing like waking up every morning and seeing how much you've earned. And we see it on a daily basis. And that's what I want to get through to people. And when that happens, I am jazzed because I can you tell I'm jazzed? Can you tell I'm
Yeah,
excited?
I can tell.
I can
Yeah,
barely talk.
yeah,
But those are the two things that are really making an impact on my life, and I get to do it for other individuals. And that's part and parcel of what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to reach back and bring somebody else forward. Somebody did it for me, and believe me, I came kicking and screaming. I was like, "No, I don't want to do this." And she says, "Oh, don't come. No, I don't want to do this." And finally, I gave in, and I thanked her this morning. I said, "Thank you so much for not letting go when I wanted
yeah,
to let go."
yeah.
Yeah. So now it's a sweet hour.
That's
Yeah.
fun. That's great to hear.
Oh,
So
yeah.
most entrepreneurs have more than one business, right?
Yeah.
How about you? Do you have more than one business?
No, I have that coaching business. I am now I'm an investor, and I'm trying to, yeah, I'm a financial investor, so as some would say, I'm investing in myself, and then I am working with my family on helping them to do the same thing. So you might say I have my hand in three buckets. I One of the interesting things about entrepreneurs is that we try to do too many things. And you know what I found out? The maximum I can do is three. I think about baseball, three outs. There's all those things that are in the threes, and that's because usually you only got two hands, and so that means really. So three is it for me. Helping my family to do trust so that we can leave it for the next generation. It's a job in and of itself, but however, when we do that, we sleep better at night.
Yeah, I agree. I think we do sleep better at night time we do that. That's what
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it. Yeah. So
yeah.
what do they? So how is COVID? So how is COVID affecting you? COVID-19. How has that affected your business?
It's really made me metamorphose. It certainly has made me transcend. It took a little bit to adjust. So probably for about the first couple of weeks, I was walking around like doing nothing, and then it was like, slap yourself. What is wrong with you? You got to get back to work. it is an adjustment, but you know what? I've been able to see the world. I have communicated with friends that I have down in Trinidad and Barbados. You know, I get to visit them via Zoom. So now it's almost, I'm laughing because I'm saying, okay, you know, I'll tell the truth. Sometimes I just roll out of bed just in time and I'm like, what's going to happen when we actually have to go into buildings? I'm like, I don't know that I want to do that anymore. But it definitely has been a challenge because you have to really be disciplined in yourself. Ergo accountability. Um, and I have a coach. With this, if you're a coach and you don't have a coach, you got a problem because we all need to be accountable to something or someone. So after I got over the shock, now it's pretty good. Now it is pretty good, but it does take some getting used to. Yeah, it definitely does take some getting used to. But and right now it's just really starting to rock and roll. And when did this happen? Back in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Oh my goodness, it's
Yeah.
taken me almost 8 months, but we're there. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah. So what place have you traveled to besides Trinidad? What place have you traveled to?
Oh my goodness. When I traveled prior to COVID, I have literally traveled to 58 countries. I've lived
Wow.
for as a temporary resident. So lived in Hong Kong, Trinidad, London, um, Dubai. So those are places, but the longest as a temporary resident was in Hong Kong. I wanted to go back to Hong Kong. I had a vision of going back this year, but given circumstances, we'll wait and see. I think it'll be a while before I'm traveling again.
I see. Yeah.
You know,
Did you
long
have,
distance.
yeah. Did you have any plans for the holidays? Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's coming up?
We were talking to friends about that. No real plans, just playing things by ear. And yeah, just playing things by ear. I know I'm gonna play a lot of whist. So for you whist players out there, yes, I am the woman. I will throw a Boston on you in a heartbeat. So I
Yeah.
just have to put that out there. They
Yeah.
would call that trash talking, but nonetheless, I can do it. Yeah,
So,
so I think we've learned to do things creatively. So I think that's probably what
yeah.
I've been doing. It's just kind of hanging out and doing virtual activity.
That sounds good. Yeah. Me too, probably. Yeah. So what do you think we could do to change the world to make the world better, in your opinion?
What do I think we can do? I think that I don't think. I know that we um, can have better relationships, better interaction with each other. Be patient with each other. Recognize that there is something out there that is greater than ourselves, and and slow down for a moment. Take a moment to breathe, to slow down, that is, I tell you, as sad, and it really is horrifically sad. And for the families that have lost a loved one, please know my heart bleeds for you. And I mean that truly. I blessed right now that has not been the case. However, I've lost a number of spiritual sisters and brothers around the world. And one of the things that I feel that we can do that will make a monumental difference is just stop. As a friend of mine says, pump your brakes, just stop for a minute and breathe and give yourself a chance to let go for a little bit. So I feel pretty strongly about that. Is that, and then tap into your spiritual side. Take a moment to recognize the beauty that's out there, bring it back in, and realize that we're not on the planet by ourselves.
Yeah.
I know it might seem a little euphoric and philosophical, but I really do believe that.
Yeah, me too. I have to say, I feel it too. Yeah. So where do you see? So where do you see yourself 10 years? See yourself 10 years from down the line. 10 years from now.
10 years from now, um, I want to be retired and on the beaches of the world, if
Yeah, me
it's
too.
if it's possible. If it's possible, but I know that I won't ever retire. I know that I will uh, enjoy, but I want to be able to relax and enjoy it, and to have touched a number of people, to have made an impact on folks. So 10 years from now, to be financially sound, to have trained my nephews so that they can carry on the legacy.
Mhm.
Um, and uh, and hopefully my mom is still around, and she and I get to do some of the things that she has wanted to do. Do some more traveling,
Mhm.
and if Sandals is still good, then take her to Sandals.
Yeah, I hear that. You know, you have to hear that. So
Those are
what
my thoughts right now.
that sounds cool, yeah. So
Yeah.
what advice can you give people that want to be that people that want to become a reporter like you? What advice can you give us?
Wh- Follow your passion and know that what you do is important, and to feed into that, and to give us what we need, to give us really solid information that we can work with. No holds bar. Find a way to put the information into the paragraph, put it into the show, whatever the case may be. But give us solid information that we can work with, and do not be afraid to dig, to go wherever that story is going to lead you, wherever that lead is going to take you. Go with it. That and there are sometimes when reporting is really tough. Reporters get the brunt, but but follow that passion. Do it, do it, do it. Write about it. Do it, do it, do it again. Yeah. Had my druthers, I would have started a heck of a lot sooner.
Yeah,
I so appreciate the fact that you've given me an opportunity to be here with you today.
absolutely.
I really do appreciate it. I thank you. I thank your audience
Mhm.
for tolerating me for this period of time. And that's some of the best 20 minutes I've spent in a while. Um, and I'll tell you what, I hope that you will invite me back again.
I sure
Uh,
will.
I will make sure that I have sufficient time, but
Okay.
I appreciate all your questions. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you too. It's a pleasure to see you again. I appreciate your time and thank you so much. Yeah, I'll send it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
send it. I'll send it to you. Okay.
that sounds great. Thank you
Take,
so much.
take good night. God bless.
Take
Thanks again.
care.
Take care. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.